This is a wake-up call. Self-efficacy is defined as an individual's ability and their belief to not only complete a task, but to complete it to a certain extent, to a certain performance attainment. Let's say you want to run a mile in under 7 minutes. Self-efficacy is that individual's belief that they can run a sub-minute mile. Self-efficacy is a part of myself that I have really tried to work on lately, especially because it's been a focus of my theory and practice of sales class. Self-efficacy and self-confidence is such an important part of our culture as well. As an individualistic nation, the United States prides itself on those who can succeed and those who are high in self-confidence, high in self-esteem. So having a high sense of self-efficacy is a key aspect to both personal and professional success, and understanding how to develop it is even more important. So now I'm going to tell you specific instances in which self-efficacy can increase performance, specific steps to increase performance through increasing your self-efficacy, and visualizing yourself how you can implement these steps into your life. In one study, Lazar Stankoff, Suzanne Moroney, and Li Yimpong at the National Institute of Education in Singapore posted an article in 2011 saying that students who actually thought that they would do well on math tests actually did. This is an example of how high sense of self-efficacy can increase performance attainment. Another example is done by Juan de Barón and Deborah Cobb-Clark, economists in Australia. They posted an article in April 2010 in the Institute for Study of Labor, and they showed that those who thought that they would do well in school actually did, and it was due to a high sense of internal locus of control. Locus of control refers to how much you think your actions influence results and outcomes. External locus of control, let's say if you thought your math teacher did not do well, that's like, I didn't do well because my math teacher doesn't teach well. But internal locus of control says, no, I am in control of my own actions. I am in control of my grade and whatever happens. And Juan de Barón and Deborah Cobb-Clark really showed that if you have an internal locus of control, you believe you have control over what happens, then that increases education. A specific instance in which high sense of self-efficacy can really increase performance is Stephen Curry, a modern-day NBA legend. After being viewed as undersized in high school and not being able to compete with higher levels, he continued to show up the critics and those who did not think he would do well in the NBA. After going to a smaller school in Davidson, he was drafted 7th overall in the 2009 NBA draft by the Golden State Warriors. Since then, 2-time NBA MVP, 3-time NBA champion, 6-time NBA All-Star. Confidence is especially shown after bouncing back from a rough game in the playoffs in 2018. And he said, being able to be my own worst critic, but being my biggest fan is the confidence that has gotten me through a lot of trials in my life. So even though he may not be the tallest NBA player, he really showed that having a high sense of confidence and self-efficacy can increase performance attainment. And this is something that can be extrapolated into other areas in your life. I signed myself up for a half marathon last year, and once I finished my first one, I said, if I can run for 2 hours, then I can ace an organic chemistry test. Because I've shown myself that I can do things that I didn't think I could do before. So what are specific steps that you can do to increase your self-efficacy? One specific thing is do things outside your comfort zone, but is something that you're passionate about. So it's not completely comfortable for you to do it, but it's something that you know you need to push hard and work for. Like that half marathon I mentioned, that was a big step. I hadn't done that before. But being able to do that was huge for my self-confidence and my ability to show myself that I can do anything that I want to, as long as I work hard for it. Another specific example is just be easy on yourself. Have a growth mindset saying, I may not succeed today, but failures today will push me towards success tomorrow. While we as the United States may push for a higher success, we do not need to be perfect. So be easy on yourself and congratulate yourself on the small victories. So now close your eyes and picture yourself doing that one thing that you've always wanted to do. It can be running a marathon, it can be learning to play the piano, anything. And then picture those nerves and how you feel starting. But then imagine the immense sense of pride that you would feel when you finish that and you finally do it. And use that to not only congratulate yourself and increase your sense of self-confidence and self-efficacy, but also push yourself to what you want to do next. So I want to remind you guys, this is a wake-up call. Increase your self-efficacy by following through with these steps, and nothing will limit you. It does not matter whether I believe you can do it, because I know you can. It's whether you believe you can do it. So do not limit yourself to what you know you can do.